Bam. Live back day. What's up? All right. 9:55. Getting it going. Hopefully this stream holds up. Gonna get you guys right over here. Give you a good view. Welcome to the dojo. Gonna get the Instagram live people going. My Insta folks. You guys can come right over here. And people are filing in. Kind of let you take your time of getting in here. I'll tell you, technology, double-edged sword. Going live, go live. We are live and in charge. What's up? Okay, so welcome, guys. We're live. We're doing Dumbbell Anarchy Back Day today. I'm really excited. We got some really kind of cool stuff planned out for you guys. This is going to be a fun workout. A lot of different supersets we're going to go through. A lot of different options to explore, different types of loading to figure out how to really get something out of it, depending on your training logistics of what you have to work with, your space, your equipment. So I'm going to cover all that. You guys, please, set up shop. You can come do it with me right now. And then we'll take some time at the end to maybe throw out some questions or anything like that. But in the meantime, we got YouTube Live right now, who's we're streaming on the net, and we've got Instagram Live. What's up, guys? And we're going to give folks just a couple more minutes to file in. We said we're going to start at about 10. So just to kind of give you some updates to some things we got going on this week and kind of moving forward. Tune in tonight on Instagram Live for a really cool conversation with Marcus, Philly, and I. And you're going to have the opportunity to type in questions that we'll select and answer to the group. So anything with regard to training, nutrition, mindset, and the concept behind the whole thing is going to be adapting your training for a lot of people who are now at home and not in a gym. So it's going to be a cool little segment. And if you guys have any questions, with regard to your personal circumstances, this is a great time to ask it. We also have another really cool guest coming on Instagram Live later this week, Scott Dennis, who's an Olympian competitor in men's physique. He's going to talk training and nutrition with us. We have BB Winans, one of my favorite clients of all time. BB is a world famous gospel singer, and he's going to come on over the weekend and talk a little bit about spirituality and prayer and spreading joy and that kind of stuff. So I'm really excited to get BB on. I haven't seen him in a while, and he's a pretty awesome dude. But yeah, so we're doing a lot, right? We're doing a lot. I think all you guys are kind of in the same boat where you're trying to get the most done with regard to what you guys are, making the best out of your situations now and trying to be productive in some way. We had a really cool podcast yesterday with the winner of our Thundercuts group, Chris Bailey, who totally shredded his body in 9 weeks and came out, he was unrecognizable by the end of the Thundercuts challenge, like 6 packs and shoulders and quad sweeps. So we did a cool interview with him about how he achieved success using that program. And that's going to be up on our YouTube channel too, so you guys can kind of stay tuned. And for the rest of you guys, so I think we're right at about 10 o'clock, so I want to get started. So back day today, it's going to center around a couple supersets. We're going to have 3 major exercises. So we're going to have a chest-supported row pull-up combo. I'll show you different ways to kind of scale and do that. But basically what we're going to do is a really good pre-fatigue and then go to some vertical pulling for 5 sets. Then we're going to do a heavy bent over row into a pullover combo, and that's going to be another 5-setter. And then finally, we're going to end with some awesome bandy pump work. We're going to just crank out 200 band-resisted rows at about chest height with a PVC pipe and varying grips to kind of cash out. So all in all, going to be a good amount of volume during this hour. So let's get started with our warm up. So if you guys have some space here, I'm going to take you through, we'll call this a tri-set. We're going to do 3 different things to kind of get yourself warm. So I'm going to tilt you guys over just so you can kind of see. Pause due to poor connection. Story of my life. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is a bandage shoulder distraction to try to open up the lat and just unload the shoulder a little bit. So if you guys have done these before, you may have done them with like the band. And I'll make sure you guys can see. I'll just tilt you over with the band. You can hook the band up to a rack, a door jamb, something like that. And what you're going to do is you're going to loop your hand through the band and just grab it on this side. And from here, you can go into a staggered stance with the opposite leg forward, and you're just going to lean into it, tilt to the side, and open it up. Now, if you don't have that, that's totally fine. What you can do is you can put your hand on a couch, like the arm of a couch, or you can grab a post, and you can get a very similar stretch, just opening it up, grab it onto something, or pressing down. I've even done this same one can be done here, like on this bench, where if you take your arm and place it across your body, so almost like at a 45-degree angle, so it's even with your opposite eye, you can lean down into it, get a really kind of similar stretch. That's a good lat activation one too. So I'm going to do these here and just kind of wiggle around with it. This is our first one. This is a bandage shoulder distraction. And nice and easy. Just let that lat open up. Sometimes I like to take my hand and put pressure on top of my shoulder. I call this overpressure on the shoulder to really push the head of the humerus down. And you can lean your hip towards the opposite direction to stretch your lat. Duck your head down, sink your chest. Pull that jazz, move it around a little. I like to get some pulls sometimes too. So you're activating your lat a little bit and then relax it. Pull. Overpressure. Good, that's one. Let's go to the opposite arm now. So go with the left one. You guys can do this on the couch, grabbing onto a rig, same kind of deal. I can also, create a little extra torque by crossing my feet almost like a curtsy lunge to stretch the lat out. So now you'll see this leg is actually beyond the opposite foot. Down. Overpressure. Gonna be a hot day today. Good. Snap, crackle, pop. All right, so that's exercise 1. Exercise 2, I'm going to have you guys do some banded external rotation. If you have a light band, I recommend using it. I've got this guy with like the handle. I like to use this one. You can also do this sideline with like a 5-pound chip or even a soup can. But the idea is you want to secure your elbow to your side, and just like a door swinging out, you're just going to rotate your arm out. You don't have to come excessively far or anything like that. Really, the point is to pump blood into your rotator cuff a little bit. So we're going to get 30 of these each arm. Good. Now we're going to go to the opposite arm, so you can just flip it around. Good. Now we're going to stay with this one, and we're going to bring the arm up from down at the side to up at shoulder head. So even with the shoulder, you can do the same one just seated for an extra rotation with like a soup can or a chip plate. And for this, what you're going to do is you're going to pull with your elbow back and then rotate up. And again, we'll get 30 here. Switch arms. You know, this stuff, it's a warm-up, but it's also prehab, and this is really important, you know, considering that 4 out of 5 days of our training week is upper body based days. So you really want to take care of those shoulders. If you do have any nagging shoulder pain, or if this is just preventative, or if you're working through an injury. So next one I'm going to show you is going to be a little bit more detailed. You're going to stick with the band. You can grab both ends of the band, or if you have one of these handle deals, you can use that. And we're going to do some rows, but they're actually going to be really specific with how we're doing them. So what I want you to do is just hang here with your arms relaxed, and without bending your elbow at all, you're going to begin by pulling your shoulders down and back. So this is the first movement right here. And you're just activating, you're kind of retracting your shoulders. So you retract, then you're going to row, then you're going to come down, then you're going to release. Retract, row, down, release. I want you to get 20 of these. Good. So you might actually feel that, not so much in the bicep, but a lot around the scapula, because what we're trying to do is just train the proper technique. And first, pulling the shoulder down and back. Now we're right into the lat. Then we're going to pull. Then we're going to come down. Then we're going to release the retraction. So we can kind of train the initiation of the movement, which is something a lot of people don't do. They just kind of pull, and they end up getting a little bit out of position. So that's cool. We're going to go through the same thing just one more time. We can go a little faster this time, second round through, and then we'll be done with the warm-up. So start with the bandage shoulder. So I like to double the band up for a little extra tension. We can press against something. You really try to crank into it. This one you'll notice I'm going to be wiggling around a lot more. Just trying to fish around for some tight areas. We work some of those pulls. It's okay to be a little more aggressive with this once you start getting more. Switch your arms. External rotation, so we're going to start with side facing first. Side facing external rotation first. Third each arm. Good job now. Get up at shoulder height. Rotator cuff is getting hot now. Should burn a little bit at the end of each set. You know, it shouldn't be super comfortable. You really have to be like working for those last couple reps. Good. And now your low rows, you know, remember, we're being really specific with how we're doing this. So in this variation, this is the one where we're going to work the retraction of the shoulder first. So if you look at me from the back, I'll just take a couple seconds back here. Actually, tilt this camera so you guys can see it. So the reason why we're trying to work it this way is so that we really train the proper initiation of the movement. So pause to core connection. Okay, here we go. So if you look at me here, watch the first movement, right? I'm just going to retract my shoulders down and back. It's not a shrug, but it's just down and back. Then I pull, then I come down, and I release the retraction. So 20, little coordination. Good. All right, warm. Easy enough. Sweet. Okay, so first exercise we're going to do is going to be a superset of a chest-supported row. So I'll show you right here. I'm going to take my bench, and I'm going to angle my bench up to about 30 degrees. This is going to be my chest-supported row as I just lie right here, and my bells are going to come here as I perform the movement. Now, if you don't have an incline bench, you can prop your regular bench up on some plates. And if you don't have that, you have a couple options. I recommend you can probably find something to support your chest, even if it's like the arm of the couch. You can hang off like the arm of the couch and do these. You can do stuff like even a tabletop bent over row, but I really want you to be bent over a lot. So if you're doing a bent over row like this, I actually want you to bend all the way over. You're almost at 90 degrees as you perform these for that variation. Then I get a little redundant in the next superset. So chest supported row, 20 good challenging reps here. So pick a weight that you can do that with. If you're limited in weight, take your dumbbells and you can attach bands to the dumbbells and actually get extra band resistance for that. If you want to challenge yourself more, what you can do is, if you don't have a band hookup, you can just slow the tempo down. So instead of just cranking out 20 nice and fast, you could go with anything from a 2 to a 3 count. So 1, 2, 1, 2, or even slower, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. As long as by the end of that set of 20, it's not comfortable. It should be a little bit challenging. Then from there, you're going to go to a wide grip pull-up. So if you have a pull-up bar, that's awesome. Use that. You're going to go wide grip. The wide grip is going to be whatever your normal grip is. I want you to go 6 inches wider on each side. And this will be your wide grip pull-up, okay? Nice and strict. If you don't have that, you can do a banded lat pull-down. So if you take your band, you string a PVC pipe through it, you can do that. If you got the ones with the handles there, you can do pull-downs like that. I'm going to actually use this because I don't have a pull-up bar. I'm going to use my lat pull-down machine, and we're going to go immediately into 12 heavy wide grip pull-ups with a 3 count down, so a 3-second negative. So 20 chest supported rows into 12 with the 3 count of either the wide grip pull-up or some variation of a pull-down. Again, if you aren't challenged enough by the band tension of a pull-down, just increase the reps or slow the tempo. All right, so let me get myself set here. I think this is probably going to be a full stack kind of deal today, at least for the first set. And grab my 75s for these. Set number 1, 20 into 12. Get the blood flowing here. Actually felt up a little bit before we get into these. Woo! All right. Once we start this, there's no turning back. So this is gonna get what's the word? It's gonna get spicy. First set. We'll take about 2 minutes between each one of these sets because I really want you to try to get yourself pretty damn close to failure each set. So it's a good rest period when you are really challenging muscle groups. About 2 minutes is as long as you want to rest, really. I don't think you need to rest longer than that, but any shorter and you sometimes compromise your output, you're not letting the muscle reoxygenate and get back to it. That's kind of for like the really challenging stuff. So I've done this before. I know this is gonna be hard. All right, so here we go. 20 chest support drills. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Whew. Okay, so over the 3 count now. Wide grip pull up or some variation of a pull down. Nice and wide. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, God. Done. That was 1 set. A little bit more. Okay. So that was set 1. Pretty hard. Definitely very pre-fatigued for that pull down after the low row. So what we're gonna do is, actually I don't need this belt for this stuff. Just get in my way. We cover some technical stuff while we'll rest about the mechanics of these movements and how to execute it properly. So for the chest supported row and really for all lat-based back movements, you really want to be intentional as to how you're attacking them. So the lat's really a finesse muscle group. You gotta be very technical about how you're doing the movement to actually get deep into the lat. So for the chest supported row, what you'll see me do is, number 1, when I pull, I'm gonna try to keep my shoulders down, just like we worked in that warm up. Keep the shoulders down and row nice and low as you do these. Try not to row up here. This is just bicep, but think about pushing your elbows down and back as you perform. And look how my chest, as I do this, watch how my chest just lifts. And I'm almost arching into it so I can get deep into the lat. So there's the movement there. With the lat pull down, it's the same thing. You see me using these grips, and the reason why I'm using them is because I don't want to grip too hard. I want to be nice and relaxed, so I'm just thinking about pushing down with my elbows, and the lower I come, the wider I want to get. So as I come down, I'm going to try to get really wide, like I'm breathing out, I'm expanding my chest in each one of these pull downs. Just some little technical pieces there. So I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add a little band tension to that lat pull down to make it a little bit harder. So for this one, let's spice it up a little bit. Give a little, this will be a good amount of tension, I think, with my medium purple Thunder band. So this is going to go over and then around the ends of the pull down. So it's like I'm adding extra band tension on top of the weighted tension, just because I want a little bit more load. There we go. All right, let's get it. Set number 2, 20 into 12. Six, 8, 9, 10. Oh, that's right. That's a pull down. Couple breaths. Nice and wide here. 12 with a 3 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, owies. All right, we got there. Second set done. Oh, holy cow. That got hard. Oh yeah, that got hard. All right, in 1 second, I'll be right back. Just gonna grab a little drink of water. Be right back with you guys. All right. There's something I forgot today. I got to take my pre-workout. So while we're resting, that was set number 2, 20 into 12. You guys are doing this with wide grip pull-ups. That's pretty freaking hard. Oh, it's hot down here. So get a little bit of the jazz in me. Some of that sweet jazz. Things I wish I knew 30 minutes ago. It's okay, this stuff kicks in really fast. Plus, my stomach's pretty empty. And getting up and trying to do these workouts somewhat fasted, just for the sake of tightening up my body a little bit and wearing a lot of the stress. Like a lot of us probably wearing that stress on our bodies. So, this over here. All right. So set number 3, if you want to bump up, you can bump up. You can go a little bit heavier. If you're good where you're at, just stay there. Like I said, 2-minute rest periods, because these are really hard. They should be really hard. Especially with those heavy ass chest supported rows before you get into those pull downs. Oh, I can feel the energy. Okay. Let's go again. Set 3, same deal, 20 to 12. Pick a focal point this set. I want you to think, we've got one thing to think about. That could be keeping the shoulder down, expanding the chest as you pull down. Give yourself one cue to think about to try to get deeper into your lat in this set. All right, here we go. Oh, that was heavy. Okay, pull down. Nice and wide. 12 with a 3 count down. Here we go, Dave. Come on, listen. Here we go. Ow. Oh, that got hard. That got hard. Good. Okay, set 3. I can't tell. Yeah, the veins are starting to pop a little. It's good. So this hypertrophy stuff, you know, it's all from Muscle Anarchy. Same concepts and stuff. A lot of us are adapting it to dumbbells with dumbbell anarchy like I am here. I don't really have a barbell or anything, but with 3 sets of dumbbells and some bands, you can almost do anything, and still wickedly effective. I was lucky enough to get this like lat pull down machine, multi-gym system that helps, but you can substitute all this with some bands, and then cable work with bands and stuff. Still very, very similar movement patterns. It's got to find ways to challenge yourself to get there. So tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Marcus, Philly, and I are going to be going live together. We'll be talking hypertrophy methods, training, nutrition, mindset, and really trying to help you guys out with how to train best right now with what you got. So we got so many years in training between the two of us. We've been in a bunch of different scenarios, everything from home gyms to decked out Globo gyms to CrossFit gyms. So, a lot of exercises, big exercise inventory. And there's, it's all valuable. I think people tend to gravitate towards one way of training. I really think there's tremendous utility in variety. Not just variety like we talked about in CrossFit, but variety of movements and machines and, different methods, incorporating bands, like all this stuff has a lot of utility. Isometrics, the eccentrics, all these things are so potent muscle builders that no one should be really missing out on. If you are, it's an incomplete program. All right. So as I said, 3, we got 2 more. Oh, sweetness. Thank you, Outlift. All right. So here we go. We're going to go 20 chest supported row into those 12 heavy lat pull downs or wide grip pull-ups. Set number 4. Cranking them out. This is where you make your money right here, these last few sets, especially where it becomes challenging. This is really where the gains are at. It does take some mental fortitude, though, because God knows you don't want to do it. It's not a fun idea. It's just something you have to push through. All right, here we go, 20. All right, pull down. Come on. Get it. Pull downs for days. Wide grip. Just, or you're doing a wide grip pull up, wide grip pull down. 12 reps, 3 count. All right, there it is. That was it 4. Good. I'm happy because I know it's almost over. This is a really hard superset. Just the combo of the two. And by the time you get to the pull down or the wide grip pull up, you're so pretty fatigued already. We tell athletes who are doing this with wide grip pull up, use band assistance. Don't negotiate the movement or the range of motion, but just use the band assistance. All right, boy. It's getting hotter and hotter as this day goes by. I'll tone you guys down. So you are watching Dumbbell Anarchy TV. You guys are enjoying. I'm happy we got a good internet stream today. It really frustrated me yesterday. We had a killer chest day, but we lost the internet on our YouTube stream, which sucked. But we stay live on Instagram. But man, there's nothing that really takes the wind out of your sails like having all the internet go out in the middle of your cast, you know? So we got that. Oh man, biceps are getting full. I really feel my lats really pumped out now. One good more hard set here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna move to another variation with some bent over rows and some pullovers. So same thing, you know, you notice the way this is put together is we're pairing lower lat or mid back with upper lat or upper back in the way that we're kind of pairing these things. The lower back, you'll get more ability to load more. You can always, you know, if those are bigger muscle groups, you can load them up with more weight. And the upper lat is a little more delicate. So you're not going to load as much. You really want to be cognizant of pulling technique, like we talked about, like, you know, making sure you're actually using the lat, expanding the chest, not gripping too hard or using the bicep, but just really thinking about pushing down with the elbows. Those are really valuable tips for getting into the lat. Doesn't make sense to me that, like, you know, CrossFitters can do all these pull-ups. Everyone should have these crazy wide backs. You know, they should have V-tapered backs. But I think it's because we do use our biceps so much for stuff that, or even the brachius radialis, you know, even that forearm muscle up top. It's training the technique, maybe doing stuff stricter. I don't care if you can do 50, you know, kipping or butterfly pull-ups. If you're having a hard time doing 3 wide grip pull-ups that are strict, you should spend some time working those weaknesses. Okay, so about 30 more seconds, and we'll kick it in the last one. I don't know why I'm bleeding. That's a mystery. Outlift. Love you, outlift. All right, here we go. Come on, Dave. Last one, best one. You know, say things like get your head into it. Just think about this last set. You know, this is it here. So, for lack of a better word, try to make it hurt. Try to make this one really hurt. All right, here we go. Come on, Dave. Oh, yeah. Okay. Wide grip. Come on. You can't beat me. Come on. You can't beat me. Let's go. Let's go. Yes. Yay. Yay. Good. Well, that was one exercise. Our first superset. I'm getting a little bit of a bad connection here and try to move these guys around. First superset done. 5 sets of 20 in 12 with a 3 count. Now we're going to switch gears a little. We're going to go to some bent over rows. So for this one, what you're going to do, I'm going to do this with dumbbells, and you can kind of watch me go through it here, is I'm going to take my bench and just flatten it out. So you can also do this deal on the floor. Let me show you from the side. of the mechanics of this movement. So for the pullover, the upper back is going to go on the bench perpendicular. It's almost like I'm making a T with my body across the bench. It's going to go right in the upper back. I'm going to pike my hips up. The bell is going to start over my eyes, but my elbows are a little bit bent, just a little flex. And from here, only moving from the shoulder, I'm going to come down and expand my chest, take a big breath, and I'm going to breathe out and pull back over my eyes, right here. So that's the pullover. Awesome movement. Arnold Schwarzenegger used those a lot to develop his width and his chest, just all that good stuff. So that's the pullover. For the bent over row, I'm going to do this with dumbbells. And what I want you to do is grab the bells. You can also do this with a barbell with an overhand or an underhand grip. I actually like underhand because that secures the shoulder a little tighter. You're going to start by just setting your posture. So take a big breath, stand up tall, brace your belly. None of this is going to change. You're going to unlock your knees just a little bit, but then keep them stiff and just hinge or bow forward at the hip until the torso is at about 45 degrees. And the bent over row, watch the movement, is going to be right here. So see how I'm pressing through my legs just a hair, and I'm squeezing at the top of each rep. Okay, we're going to get 15 heavy bent over rows into 20 dumbbell pullovers, 4 rounds through. 4 rounds through on this guy. So I'm going to set my bells up. I'm going to start with a decently heavy bell here. Probably use just one of those for the pullover, although that's going to be really challenging. But I don't mind getting challenged. I'm probably just going to strap up on these with my these fabric straps, just for the sake of making sure that I'm not gripping too hard on the bell and just focusing more on how the lat is working. That's really the utility of this stuff, is being able to isolate muscle groups and take what normally the weak link is going to be the grip, instead of focusing on the grip, being able to put your mind and just pushing back with those elbows. And I'm also going to bump up for this one too. So here we go. Oh, David's doing bent over rows again. Great back movement. Really, really good movement for the lats. Lower back, lower lat. This is a good one. I liked it a lot for rehabilitating my back after surgery. Okay. So, you got bent at 15. You can kind of watch me in this first set and just kind of see the mechanics of this movement. Obviously, keeping the back flat is always a priority, especially for someone like me with previous history of back injury and back surgery. I'm always trying to be as cognizant as I can of that stuff, moving really intentionally, and also listening to your back too. That's important. All right, here we go. Set it. Reach. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Down. All right. We go to the pullover now. Take a breath. This guy here. Hey, what are you doing? Al, come here. Come here. Come here. Inside. Al. Al's outside. I brought her in. The doggy skates. That was funny. All right, here we go. Pullovers. Hard part is sometimes just getting into the position. All right. Don't let the bell fall on your face. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Don't let the bell fall on your face. hard. That was hard. Good. All right. Set one. Done. 2 minutes. Good rest here. Ooh. Got that back a little. Oh, yeah. Those pullovers are very exhausting, especially heavy ones. If you want extra tension on the pullover, like for instance, if the bell you're using is just not heavy enough, you can take a band and string it to a rack or something behind you and get some extra band resistance as you pull over. A lot of these muscles that are hard to train, like the serratus anterior, that muscle group that goes right over your ribs, it's a great movement for training that. Oh. Sweaty and hard. That's good. We're doing good. Elle ran outside.
Yeah, she was able to get out of the porch.
She broke through the porch, like through the screen. Oh boy, put her in the cage.
Oh, she's in the cage already.
Okay.
I can't find my shoe.
You should say hi to everybody.
Hi, everybody.
Have you guys seen Camille's shoes? Because she can't find them.
I can't find my shoes.
Welcome to my life. I'm sure you guys who have children have the same thing.
Shut
Daddy,
up.
I can't find my shoes. All right, I'll be here.
You were going to have a kiss and you lost
I
it.
lost my kiss. All right, 30 more seconds. We'll hit set number 2. Same deal. 15 bent over rows, right into 20 pullovers. This is set 2 of 4, where we're combining lower lat movement with upper lat movement. So, here we go. Always challenging. Back this side a little bit. Strapping it in so I can really feel that lat work. Okay. That first exercise, Superset, was very hard. All right, here we go. Get some good ones in. Come on, let's 15. Here we go. One, two, three, 4, 5. Down. All right. Now we want you to pull over. Couple breaths. Get yourself set up. This is the upper lat movement. Remember to keep your arms bent as you do this. Wait. Excuse me. All right. Here we go. 1. 8, 9. Oh gosh. Oh, that's hard. That's really hard. Set 2 done. Halfway there. Yay. Oh, it's nice to be your own cheerleader sometimes, huh? That heart rate really gets jacked up, especially on those pullovers. I mean, I know it's like 90 degrees down here, but the way they get really breathy, expand your chest and squeeze the air out. I mean, my heart rate's been jacked up, but it feels like about 150 beats a minute with these guys. So one thing I like to think about with the pullover, and I know it's in the description, is actually pulling. Like you're literally pulling down, putting your mind in your lat. One of the things we talk about is this mind-muscle connection. And these are where cues become really valuable. Like I said in some of those previous sets, give yourself one cue to try to get in your lat more. Maybe that cue is loosening the grip or keeping the shoulder down or trying to push back with the elbow. But give yourself something to connect with the lat. It also helps sometimes for somebody to palpate it or to touch it for you so you can feel it work and contract. And they can tell you, like, yeah, that was a really good rep there. You can see that muscle get so hard, get really that good peak muscle tension. That's really what you're after. You know, and you obviously, like, you can get that with load, but also with concentration. That's really valuable. Really good muscle builder for sure. All right, so about 30 seconds. We're going to get into the third set, 3 of 4. And then after set 4, we got a fun pump out for you guys. So it's going to be a banded deal. We're going to do 200, not bent over rows, but 200 low rows to about the chest height. So it's kind of like a higher low row right to the sternum. You can also do this as an inverted row. If you have a barbell, we have it written as 3 position inverted rows. But what we're going to do with the band is we're just going to start to switch our grip. So every 50 reps, we're going to switch our grip between regular, wide, and narrow underhand, just to get variety in there. All right, that was about 30 seconds. Let's get back to work. 15 into 20. Here we go, Lipson, come on. So this guy strips back out a little. Oh yeah, doesn't feel bad at all. Get your head into it. Give myself a cue. When I do these, I think about trying to arch my back as hard as I can. Just keep that good posture. Lifting your eyes, lifting your chest. These are all good cues. All right. Here we go. Come on, lock it in. Pullover. Moving to the upper lat now. Couple breaths. Wait. Excuse me. All right. Arms are going to stay bent. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God. Go down.
I need the tripod.
Hey, Cammie.
You almost done?
Almost. We're almost done.
Because I need the tripod because I'm going at 11.
Well, let's see. It's 10:51. Can you give me 5 more minutes for the last set? The last set here, and then we'll leave the Instagram live people, or I'll just prop you up somewhere else. And
How much longer do you have? Can I train here?
about 10 more minutes. You want to do the session here?
But I would like to do it here, not in the sun.
Yeah. I'm just going to try to catch my breath for a second. All right, that was good. Set 3 was hard. Ooh,
I'm
definitely pumped out.
Not as good as
Yeah.
I am.
Our dog is escaping now. Got nowhere to put her. If we put her in the house, she poops in the house. If we put her on the porch, she finds a way to escape out of the porch. If we put her in the crate, she starts crying.
We're just crying in the crate right now.
There's no way to win. Good. That was a good hard set. I hope you guys understand what I mean when I'm talking about expanding the chest on those pullovers. You can hear it in my reps of the way that, you can see everything kind of stretch out in the front side of my body, and then it's a big pull. Almost like a crunch in some ways as the abdominals really stretch and then kick in. So we'll go in about 30 seconds. Get that last set in. And then Cam's going to start setting up for her workout. But for the rest of you guys, I'm going to show you the complex with the band. I'm going to actually do it as she's setting up. I'll keep you guys on YouTube Live. I'll even keep you guys on Instagram Live so you can see. But if you see Cammy running around, she's getting ready to do her workout. All right. Oh, I'm really glad I started taking that pre-workout after the first exercise. It really start to kick in now. Okay, so last one, 15 heavy bent over rows into 20 pullovers. Squeeze these reps. When you're doing that bent over row, just think squeezing your lat every rep, arch your back, just feel that muscle work. And same thing with the pullover, right? Think just pull everything down, pull your ribs down, pull your arms down. It's getting nice and tight like you're taking a punch right in the front side of your body. All right, let's go to work. I like these longer rest periods today. So when you get the supersets, there's so many reps in each one of these supersets, you gotta rest. Okay. So a couple checkpoints before I go. Every time I just kind of feel my back. I'm like, okay, stretch it out. Make sure it feels good. Get my belly tight. Strap it in. This is just like having a process. Every time you work, just have a consistent process when you lift. Get strapped in nice and tight. And then my cue when I do these rows is going to be to arch my back. That's what I'm telling myself. Arch and squeeze. Here we go, 15. One, two, three, four. Okay. Couple breaths. Get ready for these pullovers. Last one, best one. Don't make it hurt. Upper lat exercise. Come down. Upper back of the bench. Oh, yes. Oh. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Done. hard. Good. Good job, guys. All right. So we're going to cash out now. And well, these guys only got a couple more seconds left, so I'll show you the very last, you guys on Instagram Live, the very last thing we're going to do is banded low rows with a PVC pipe, wide, underhand narrow, and regular, alternating every 50 reps to 200. Share your story. All right, you guys on there? This is hard today. I'll try to get these going live. Go live right here. Okay. So what I want you to do is set up a band. Should be about chest height. I'm going to use my thick band right here. I'm just going to go down like this. You guys can see it. There it is. Hold on a second. I'm going to grab a PVC pipe, a broomstick actually. So here is my broomstick. And I'm going to start rolling so you guys get a great view here. The band, or the PVC goes right through the band. Here's my low row. I'm going to go regular, wide, and narrow. So here we go, regular. Just going to get 50 reps. 6, 9, 10. Good. Okay. Let that rest there for a second. So, well, as you're doing these guys, give yourself cues. For me, I'm thinking about the muscles around my scapula, especially the lower muscles right underneath the scapula. I'm trying to keep the tension right on those for those 50. You break for about 30 seconds between your reps. The next one's going to be wide grip. So a little bit wider, again for a set of 50. 10 seconds. Are you going now, Kim?
Yeah, it's 11.
Can I finish this here? Or?
What do you have?
I'm just finishing these rows.
Well, how much time is that?
About 2 minutes. Do an intro and then I'll join you. And I will talk while I'm doing this. These guys know what I'm doing. Kim's in the background. I'm doing the rows. This is wide grip. Two minutes.
Yeah.
Six, 7, 8, 9, go! Oh, that was hard. Okay, that was set 2. Okay, so that was set 2. Last one is going to be narrow underhand, and then you guys can pick your favorite variation to get to 200. After that, I'm going to cut it off there so Cammie can start her workout. But this is the finisher. We're just doing 200 low rows. Take a couple breaths and we'll do this last one. Oh, how was you getting pumped out? All right, here we go.
Good morning, everyone. We'll get started really soon.
20 more.
All right. Let me move you over a bit. So it makes more sense.
Oh, jeez, that's it. Done. I'm gonna cut it off there, guys. Thanks for tuning in. That was our finisher, 200 banded low rows with varying grips. I'm gonna cash out here.
Can I switch our computers?
Yeah, you can switch computers. Thanks for tuning in. That was Dumbbell Anarchy today. Hit us up if you got anything. Give us an out.
All right, this is done.
All right.
All right, good morning, everyone.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. Good work. I'll check you guys later. I'm gonna end the stream. Come and train with me tomorrow.
Dave, are you doing your workout? Or
Oh, can I hang with you? Is that cool?
Yeah.
Cool.
I would like you to hang with me.
Yeah, hang with you. So drinking, I'll jump in.
All right, let's just start stretching. Let's get going with our workout. So I'm gonna go down to the floor here on my knee, facing you, and just stretch those forearms.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
I don't know why mine are sore.
Your forearms are sore?
Yeah.
Is it from our bench press day yesterday?
Oh yeah, I think it is. A lot of me is sore from that bench day today. So just add little movement here. It always makes me feel better a lot faster. Next, we're gonna lay down on our belly and stretch our pec a bit. So we're gonna lay down on our belly, hands on your side, and you're just going to lean gently on one side. You can also do it with your arm extended, and you should feel it in your pec. And again, just tiny little movement really help to stretch it out a lot faster. We're gonna do the other arm. So other arm extended, little tiny movement. And I'm rotating my whole body, so see how my leg is rotated back here.
Your whole leg is rotated.
All right, next we're gonna sit on our ankle, arms forward, stretch that shoulder. Do the other arm.
I mean, when I lie on the ground with my knees, they hurt my knees.
This hurts your
The
knee?
ground is hard.
Really?
I have sensitive knees.
That's
What are you doing this? Oh, God. Why
Yeah.
is this harder when you're kneeling?
This?
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Is this yoga? Am I doing yoga?
I don't know. Maybe. All right. Now we're gonna sit it back on our ankle. We're just gonna lean back slightly, as much as you can, David.
You're looking at it.
And it's okay. Does it stretch here?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Hold on.
Oh, we need to work on that.
Hold on.
Honey.
I'm going to do this.
And little movement from left to right. So when I go right, you should feel that it stretches a little bit more the opposite leg when you switch over.
You know, we did leg day 2 days ago.
That was 2 days ago.
Yeah, it takes like a week to recover from that.
All right, let's bring one leg.
Crazy.
Just little movement. This is less bending, so it should be better for you.
Like this?
Yeah. You can just stand up. Just stand up and do like.
Oh, like this. Like this.
No, that is we're stretching your quad.
Oh, okay.
Just okay. If you're not as flexible like Dave, just do this one. Just stand up.
Oh, yeah.
And for everyone else, one leg bend, and the other one straight, and just lean back.
That's insane. How do you do that?
It's really. I don't think
That
it's that
is not
insane.
natural. That is not natural.
Is this natural? Is this?
Performance enhancing stretching drugs.
I think most people are able to do this.
I mean,
I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
I'm super tight, buddy. But
Yeah,
I think I'm a typical guy.
All right. Left leg forward, and then we're going to cross over the other one. That's the moment I realize my belly is really in the way.
Well,
I can't really do this.
don't squish my baby.
I'm not going to squish my baby. And if you can rotate your torso, this doesn't do much to me because the baby is in the way.
So go across with the foot, and then like, oh, that feels nice in the back.
Yeah, you should feel your butt
That's nice. Oh, I feel it in my back.
and your back
Yeah.
if you're rotating a lot. Yeah.
It's a nice stretch.
And switch.
Yeah, That's a nice stretch.
Yeah, I like my little stretching session in the morning.
Oh my God, look how flexible I am.
All right, now you're gonna bring both legs forward, spread just a little bit, and you're gonna bend over to the right leg, then bend over in the middle and over to the left. So really tiny movement. We're just gonna keep going right, middle, left.
Look how much longer my legs are than yours.
Yeah, my legs are like 2-inch long. You can hold one leg in like both hands. Yes. All right, we keep going.
This one. I'm just touching
You
my.
feel the stretch?
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, I don't love flexing my spine. Like this is.
well, keep your back arched.
Yeah.
And you're not even gonna.
This.
But as long as the stretch is fine.
Yeah, but I like to do like hamstring stretching.
You like to do your own thing. Got
Yeah,
it.
exactly.
All right. Yeah, is that right?
Yeah.
All right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to bring right leg forward. We're not going to bring our back knee to the ground, and we're just going to do little hip circle here. You like that one?
Yeah, I like that one. I like the 3-position lunge stuff. That helps my
Little
hips.
hip circle, and then we're going to bring the front leg straight, and just little wiggle movement. You should feel that in your hamstring.
So here wiggle.
Little wiggle there.
We did some of that this morning.
And now we're going to switch leg. Don't let that back knee touch the floor. Ignore Dave.
My back knee's not on the ground.
It's not. That's
It's
not.
not.
I said do not.
Were you complimenting me? Is that a compliment?
Oh, sure. Good job.
Thank you.
All right. Front leg straight. And this little wiggle movement. Little wiggle, wiggle. And we're going to stand now. So today we're going to do some deadlift with a bent over row, with a deadlift and a bent over row, with some abs and some curtsy squat. So we're going to get our body warmed up for the movement we're going to do today. I'm not going to do the abs because baby present, but Dave is going to do our demo for that.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure yet, but I'll switch it for. I might do some shoulder tap instead because I can still do a plank. It's just the contraction and smushing the baby in half. I'm sure it's not the best thing.
My favorite ab exercise is a push-up.
But that's a little much if I do a lot. So that's what I'll do, a plank and a shoulder tap. But thanks. All right, so what we're going to start with, we're just going to start with 10. With 10 good morning. So hips goes back and legs are gonna bend slightly and just really focus on keeping your back up. Or 5 minutes you can movies. 6, 7,
Kiss you.
8, 9,
I'm really feeling it.
and 10.
I'm really feeling it now.
All right. Now for the workout, we're going to do some sit-ups. So, Dave, you want to demo a sit-up?
Yeah, sure. So what
I don't like the sit-up.
I don't like the sit-ups because I got a bad back. But if you do them, you might like roll a towel up underneath your back, just to give your lower back a little support. So even that should be enough to do.
Also help really engage all your abdominals. So when you do abs sit-up at the house, you can feel this cluck on your back as you go up. That's because you don't really have anything to press down in your lower back. So this adds that, and it really helps you engage those lower abdominal during your setup. So if you want to do sit-up and really focus even more on all your abdominal muscle, definitely put something in your lower back so you have a fulcrum to press against.
Yeah, so I like to use my arms too. So I'll
feel free to use your arm.
And I'll just kind of keep it up. Try to touch my toes.
Yes, and that's it. So at home, give me 5 to 10 right now. We're gonna wait for you.
Whoa, that's candy. That's good music. Look at that elevator music. Whoa, shit. You take it easy. This is a PG-13 telecast.
I can't wait to have your really big pregnant belly and dance inappropriate.
Yeah,
because I think it's so funny.
Like what's the movie? Knocked Up, like in Knocked Up, where she goes out and she's pregnant. She goes to the club and she's pregnant.
All right, so 10 sit-up, and our next movement is going to be a curtsy squat. I really love this movement. It just like attack like different portion of your glute. I think that normally, especially in CrossFit, people mostly just do lunges. Everything's kind of forward, so I like that added little twist, that little, different.
It's a curtsy.
It's a curtsy. Different component to it. So the way
here,
we're going
let me
to
take this away so you'll see.
yeah, because that's totally me. So the way we're going to do this is going to be kind of like a lunge, except the back foot is going to go back behind you, and you're going to go down and lose your balance.
Do you need
like
a spot? I can spot. Go do it. I'll spot you a spotter.
Okay. So see how I lost my balance? That's because I forgot to use my hand like a curtsy. So a curtsy spot, just like this, with the hands to balance you. I'm joking, but that's really what we're going to do today. So when you're going to do these, it's just like a lunge, except you're going to bring your back foot just slightly to the side of that front foot, and you're just going to lunge down from here. And yeah.
Yeah, I think like a good target is just getting the back foot beyond the opposite leg. That's it. As long as your back foot's on the opposite side of that opposite leg, it's a curtsy lunge. But a regular lunge would be like
just forward and back. And you're going to see it's going to work different muscle than just the normal lunge. And hopefully your butt is going to be a little bit more sore than if we just did a normal lunge. So let's do 4 right now, just to practice it. And those are going
we were like figure skaters.
I know we were.
We were just like figure skaters.
All right, so that's going to be our workout today. I can't handle it. So what we are going to do today, we are going to do 40, 30, 20, 10. Yes. We're going to do this many reps. We're going to do 40, 30, 20, 10. So we're going to do 40, one deadlift all the way to the top, plus a bent over row into deadlift, bent over row, deadlift. Does that make sense?
Yeah, so each rep is actually like 2. So one deadlift plus, so you stand all the way up in the deadlift, then you come down halfway and you do a bent over row.
And then you go back down to your deadlift.
Okay, so deadlift, bent over row,
back down to the deadlift.
And that
was 1.5.
1.5. Okay, cool. So like for weight, people don't need heavy weight for this at all.
No, because we're doing a lot of repetition. So when we're doing more repetition, think about it like as the volume of the repetition goes up, the weight goes down.
Yeah.
It's very rare that you want to do something super heavy for, 40 plus 30. I think that's 100 rep of each that we're doing today.
It's actually like 40 is really like 80 because we're doing 2 reps in each rep. Okay?
Yes.
Yeah. So even if they had like a set of 20-pound dumbbells, they could maybe take one dumbbell and just carry it on both ends and then do like a deadlift plus a row.
Yes. Good?
That's me.
All right, so one deadlift, one bend over row into sit up. I'm going to do shoulder tap instead of sit up.
Okay.
Into curtsy squat.
Yeah.
40, 30, 20, 10.
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
You doing this with me?
I'll do it, but I work down, but I'll do it lightly. So
Yeah.
Cover.
Yeah. Do you want to do the...
20.
Yeah.
You can use 120. You can use 130. That's going to be plenty for you. I guarantee you.
I don't like you telling me what to do.
I know you don't. She doesn't like you told to do. Unfortunately, and this is my curse, I'm always
No,
right.
you're not.
I'm
always right about people.
1, 2, 3, 4.
No, that's 2.
That's 2 reps.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely grab the 20. Grab the 20.
Yeah?
Yeah. And is this a rep too? Does this count?
No, that's not what we're doing. All right, so let's get ready. We're going to start in like 30-second extra point if you do all your curtsy squat in unison with your husband, and make sure you send us the video of you doing that so we can enjoy this with you too.
Yeah, and Cammy's going to do this. She's going to start with 2 sets of 20s, and if she has to break in her first set of 40, she has to admit to everyone on the internet that I was right.
I'm doing this with the 20.
Yeah, you're doing the 20s, 2 20s. Because that's what you wanted.
What do you really want me
No,
to
you were right.
Wait. Do you really want me to kill myself to prove you wrong?
You're
while
the one
I'm
who said
pregnant?
you didn't want to use 1, so it's okay.
No, I just thought I was going to start with 2.
Yeah, you can start with 2.
No, but I'll
But if
start
you
with
say-
1 because you're using the
If you
other
say,
one.
Gabe, this is really hard, you have to announce to the world that I was right.
I'm never going to say it's hard. Hashtag that's what she says. All right, so we're going to start in 30 seconds. We're doing 40, 30, 20, 10, 1 deadlift, 1 bent over row, sit up for you at home into curtsy squat, doing 40 of every movement, then 30 of every movement, then 10 of every movement, and then we'll do a little fun finisher after, and you guys will be good to go for the rest of your day. I'm so scared of what sometimes is about to do. So get ready, get your weight out, go light on the weight because it's going to add up real fast because we're doing a couple reps here.
Especially since Cammy's doing both 20s.
I'm not because you have the 20.
No, you're talking about 20s. I just want to hear you say it. On the
I'm never going to say it. You should know me better than that. Remember how competitive and stubborn I am? That's not.
So, okay, is it cool if I do the RDL in row and then maybe just like a lunge and maybe some plank stuff?
Yeah, we'll do my version.
Right, got it.
David's going to do the pregnant version with me.
Pregnant version.
So it's deadlift bent over row into the shoulder tap into the curtsy lunge.
Got it.
Okay.
Sounds
Or
good, coach.
Sit up at home. All right, ready?
Ready. Here's your other one.
No, you're doing it too.
Okay, everybody.
All right, 10 seconds.
10 seconds.
Do you want to give us the go for this?
Yeah. Wait, hold on 1 second.
What are you doing?
I forgot to end my